Hi everybody, it's Carissa. I'm the Youth Services Program Coordinator at the Boys and Girls Club. And this week I'm back with our DIY craft kits. So this week we are going to be making clay diffuser necklaces. So first, I'm just gonna go over what you're gonna find in your kits. So first, as always, you will find all the instructions written out for you, a set of acrylic paint, a pack of paintbrushes, a wooden skewer, some wax paper, a butter knife, some scented oils, some clay, a cookie cutter to make the shape for your pendant, and then a chain, a key ring, and a clip. So the only things that you are gonna need at home is a rolling pin or something to roll out your clay, some water, and then if you wanna make some designs, something like a Sharpie or a permanent marker. Other than that, let's get started with the first step and make our diffuser necklaces. So your first step is going to be to prep your workspace and to roll out the clay. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your piece of wax paper and lay it out wherever you choose to do this. Next, you're going to take your clay and either break or cut off a piece. You want to add just a few drops of some water into your clay. So this will soften. So you need with your hands to incorporate the water. So once the water is incorporated, you're gonna take a rolling pin and roll out your clay. I don't have a rolling pin, so I'm just using an empty pop bottle, which is very easy to do, and that's something you can use at home as well. You should have something that looks like that. Step number 2 is going to be to cut your pendant shapes. So you're gonna take your cookie cutter and cut your shapes from out of the clay. You can do one single layer for your necklace if you choose to, but today I'm gonna show you how to do a double layer pendant. So take your cookie cutter and cut out your pendant shapes. So if you're going to be doing a smaller layer, a second layer on top of the first one, you're going to want to take one of your pendants and just cut it and make it a little bit smaller than the one that you're going to be putting on the bottom. So just like that, I have 2 spots for my pendant. Step number 3 is going to be to punch holes in your pendants so that you can feed the chain through. So what you're gonna do is take your wooden skewer and poke holes all the way through your pendant, a few millimeters from the bottom. So it'll look something like that. And something like that. So step number 4 is now to let your pendants dry. So you're gonna set them aside on your wax paper to dry. This could take overnight, or you can keep checking throughout the day just to see how they're doing with the drying. And then once they're dry, we're gonna get to painting. So step number 5 is going to be to paint your pendants. So you can take the acrylic paint from your kits and pick whatever colors you want. You're gonna wanna paint both sides of your pendant. So once you paint the front side, wait for it to dry before flipping it over to paint the other side. So step number 6 is going to be to assemble the pendant layers. So in an unfortunate incident while I was working on these ones, I broke the top layer of my pendant. So I'm just gonna do a single layer pendant today, but if you are doing 2 layers, Just stack one on top of the other and then feed the key ring through both of them. So I've already started the key ring here. I'm just gonna pull it all the way through so that I have something that looks like this. Now you can use the key ring if you'd like to, but you don't have to. It's not mandatory. We've also included a clip here if you wanted to make it a keychain, or you can make it into the necklace. So I'm gonna turn mine into a necklace. Then I'm just gonna string the necklace thread through here and then clip it at the top, and then I have my pendant necklace. So once you get down to this step, your last step is going to be to take your essential oils and then put a few drops onto your pendant and let it soak in. Then you just sit your pendant down and let it dry. It'll soak right into the pendant. And there you go. You have your full diffuser pendant necklace. Again, you can make it into a keychain if you'd like. If not, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next week for homemade squishies.